How's it going? Oh! How's it going? Welcome back. Guess what we are doing today? Don't guess. You should know this. Lock it in. Read the title, guys. Come on. We're planning out D&D. As per usual, if you are going to be playing in this campaign, get the hell out of here. What are you doing? Get out. If you're not one of my players, hi. Welcome in. Yeah, we're planning out D&D today. I'll switch my screen. Hi, how's it going? Take the glasses off. Never mind, put them back on. Take them out. Alright. Playing D&D today. We got a lot planned here. I think you should be able to hear me. Yeah, okay. I hate this music. Alright, we're just gonna meet the output for now, because I know it's probably playing twice. Anyway, so we have been planning a little bit here and there outside of the streams, obviously. But today I want to try to answer a couple of big questions. I got, obviously, with me my co-conspirator, Kindle. If you want to... Hold on. Say hi, Kindle.
Hi.
So Kindle's here. We'll go ahead and switch screens. So... we have a lot of questions for today. Let me switch stuff over really quick, because I know this stuff's probably all over the place. Kindle, can you say hi for me really fast, really quick?
Yeah, like, dude, are you just wanting me to talk, or?
Yeah, you're good. I just wanted to make sure. I gotta switch my settings around when we do the D&D streams, because I play music in the background so that people can hear it. Anyway, so last time, I think, again, I don't know, honestly, what all we have and haven't seen. Kino Atrix. Again, if get out of here if you don't know any of this, if you're part of our campaign. But we basically,
in the title.
It's fine. It's fine.
Just because some gauge pops in.
I think I put planning the campaign, so I think we're okay. Anyway, so we have, where is he? Just lost him. Kino Atrix. He is a student, but he is going to be our main antagonist here. We have given him I don't know, main antagonist. He's going to be a antagonist. Eventually the main antagonist.
Right now, let's talk about,
Let me present the information that we have right now.
Sorry, geez.
Sorry. Look, we got Kino Atrix. He is a student at the School of R, and he is a grade 1, and his affinity gives him control over his blood. Think power from Chainsaw Man. We also figured out Terry Hyde. He's another favorite. We haven't written a whole lot about him because I literally just came out with him the other day. He is a villain in Soulsidon who is a grade 4, and he is a menace, basically, is all you need to know. So, we've got a lot of people here. We got Nish Knight, we got City Pop, we got Kino, we have Antigo J. We've got a lot of people and a lot of shit to figure out today. So, the plan for today is, number 1, we'll do these in order, so let's just try to knock them out here and there. Let me write a little bit more on Terry really quick, because I feel like I haven't written like anything on him. Is kind of the mother moving prison cases and is known throughout the city as a notorious villain who regularly has battles with City Pop. I was thinking, so, okay, did we want to have this be afterwards? Because I think it could be interesting having this all happen, like, after the big bad. And these kids are kind of just getting caught up in the, you know.
So, you mean... Okay, well then, if it's after the big bad has his thing happen to him, then what is going to be the issue building tension throughout the campaign?
Right, so we talked a little bit about how we wanted some of some of the people that were almost in hiding because of these two to start creeping out now. And I also thought it would be interesting again for Kino to be the main antagonist because he's kind of like caught in this crossfire between Terry Hyde and City Pop because they hate each other. So Terry just wants to get back at City Pop like no matter what, and Kino is kind of just another puppet for him, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, like, again, I think a lot of the pressures I want from this campaign, again, I want it to start off kind of like, I guess, lighthearted, and then we can work our way to a more, like, stuff in the city's kind of getting iffy, like, more and more villains are starting to pop up, and stuff's going on with Kino, like, everything's kind of in this weird area right now, people are starting to feel unsafe, and then towards the end, obviously, have it be like, okay, we like all of these bad guys are back. Terry's back. Everyone's attacking. You know, City Pop's all jacked up. He can't really help as much as he used to. I don't know. Something like that, basically, is what I was thinking. So, like, have this, like, progression of the campaign of, like, the city is, like, slowly falling apart. And it's up to the players to keep it together.
Yeah, so, but I mean, if... Okay, sorry. You wanted some minor things to happen? To pop up?
Yeah, like, kind of like, I don't know, like... I think a good example would be, like, if the players... Because they're all, like, college kids, like... If they got, like, jumped by a gang of, like, bad dudes or something, you know? Like, that could be a whole thing.
I know, but, it has to kind of tie in with the plot, or else I feel like
it feels like
not worth
pointless.
having. Yeah.
Okay. Everything we do should progress the plot. You're right. Right. No filler. No fluff.
Well, I mean, it can be, like, add to it. It should just add to the plot, not necessarily just used to take up time. That's what I mean.
I mean, I think we can do that, like, once or twice, but I don't think it's something we should do long running. Like,
Yeah.
It can be a point to where it's like, the bad guys feel comfortable doing this now because they know, like, you know, either of those guys aren't out there now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I was thinking, like, as well, that Terry and City Pop, like, when they were fighting, they could have, like, destroyed, like, an area of the city, and, like, that city is, like, or that area is kind of abandoned now. Because, like, people don't go there. So, like, it's something that people bring up a lot, is like, oh yeah, like, I had to move out of this area because of, like, the incident back in 09 or something, you know?
Yeah.
Or it could be, again,
How
like...
does that add to the plot?
Well, what I mean is, like, because I think it's going to affect the players. It's going to affect everybody in this city, basically, where it's like, if the players... So let's say, like, just for example's sake, Terry Hyde and City Pop fought, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years ago, and they fought in, like, a certain area of the city, and that area got completely just demolished and destroyed. And because of that fight, City Pop is no longer... He's all jacked up. I don't know. We could say he's missing an arm or something from that fight. And we could say the same for Terry Hyde, where he's also jacked up.
Isn't this
Or
just the same as One Piece? I mean, not One Piece. My Hero.
yeah, a lot of it. Yeah, it is. It is. No, you're definitely right.
Sorry, I just wanted to bring that up, not to hate or anything. Just like...
No, you're not wrong. What? Okay. God damn it. It is, isn't it? What is a good way... Okay, what do you think we should do?
I feel like, it could just be like age affecting him. Or maybe not age, but like, I don't know, we don't necessarily need to have the hero be out of commission. And I feel like, well, if we're gonna have, it's not necessarily a bad idea, you just need to give it your own twist.
I think it's a good twist. Is that just age is playing a bigger factor? We could say Terry Hyde's just getting old at this point. Because, I mean, that could
Or
be...
you could just have influence in other ways. Like, with notoriety. You know? If he's in control of people.
I still like the idea, because, like, I think that's what makes him such a perfect counter to City Pop. Is that, like, at least the way I was looking at it, is that he basically makes puppets. He can only control dead people. And I think that's why it's interesting against City Pop, is because City Pop, spoilers, his power is derived from the amount of people who are watching him at any given time. So if, let's just say, for example, Terry Hyde destroys all of the live stream cameras that City Pop has, and there's nobody around, he can flood an entire area with, like, hundreds of these dead people, and they don't count because they're dead. So you've got, like, a very weakened City Pop fighting, like, hundreds of people on his own.
Yeah, but how does that tie into... Okay, so what are we answering right now?
If we want there to be any, like, major historical event between the two, like if they affected the area or the people in the area, or like if they ever had like a big thing, or if it's always just been like they have these little spats throughout the course of their careers, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Okay, I thought we're just talking about the plot before the group gets here.
Right, and I think this is part of that, because I think he's going to be the number one, basically. And I think people are going to know his history, because he is very popular. He live streams a lot of almost everything he does. So I think people are just bound to know his history, and I think it's going to come up in the story at one point or another. Because that's the thing, like, if City Pop and Terry...
I know that. I'm talking about the major issue everyone's facing right now. That's like the bigger thing we need to think about. Like, what if you want them to be out of commission, what is going to be, you know, holding the plot together?
So, okay, you're just asking how does that connect to what we're talking about, basically?
What? Okay.
Okay. The main issue that we are talking about, okay, that this whole story is going to follow, the whole plot basically, is that I think what was it? Because Kino is like the whole foil basically for it. It's pressure can be a bad thing, or maybe it's that people aren't given enough opportunity.
No, it's not that kind of problem. I mean, like, what are the problems the players are going to be facing, like actively facing throughout the story? If the main antagonists are out of commission, then who is the main antagonist?
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I think it depends on when the story is taking place, right? So, I think in the beginning, I think they're not necessarily being like a... I mean, what do you think? Do you think there should be a main antagonist in the beginning, or do you think it should be...
There has to be, or else what is driving the plot forward? What are they fighting against?
I mean, originally it's like a school, right? For like heroes or whatever, right? It's an academy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
Does that make sense? So it's like, I don't know. Like I see what you're saying.
What? No, I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm just saying the whole plot. I guess the plot is that they're trying to become heroes. That is the end goal, right? They are going to this school to become heroes.
But what are they fighting against throughout it?
Right. So I'm saying in the beginning, the main antagonist or just the obstacles could just be school. It could just be that they have to do these things in school, and it's tough.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, is at the beginning it can be just those like simple things, so that the way when it starts
But
off,
how does it connect back? Because if they're all out of commission, how does it?
well, they don't have to be. They don't have to be out of commission.
Okay, well.
Because again, I'm not married to the idea that like it has to take place after this big battle or whatever. Like, it's not. I'm not saying the Terry has been beaten. You know, like it can be whatever. So I just thought that would be an interesting way to like start it. But again, I think honestly it is very similar to My Hero, so I kind of want to branch away from that.
Yeah.
So it can be whatever. It can be whatever. I'm flexible with a lot of this. I am okay if you want to have like a main antagonist for the first part, and then for the second part we can get a different one, and then obviously we know at least for the third we know that is going to be Kino for sure. So we know the second one is probably going to be Terry, right? Because we know Terry is going to be like the one pulling the strings for the most part, up until Kino becomes like his own man.
How do we make daily school life interesting though?
I don't know. And that's the thing, is like I don't know what to do, if that makes sense. I mean,
that's kind of, if we're gonna be driving the plot forward with that, then we have to know what that entails and how to not make it repetitive.
I agree with what you're saying. And that's why I thought it would be interesting to do like these like kind of hero courses or like hero tests. Kind of, I mean, I'm trying so hard to stay away from it, but like it is ultimately kind of like My Hero a lot. So it's like they could do like the test, they could like fight the teachers, or they could like do these like actual training things where they go out to these like companies and try to be heroes for like a little bit, like recruits or whatever. Or
how do you make that not repetitive and hold importance to the characters as people?
I don't know. What would you do?
You're just getting me to answer all the questions?
What would you do?
Okay, well, I probably wouldn't have it solely focused around that. What I would try to stick with, this is just me, I'd probably stick with something that ties the people, right? The players. To whatever it is. Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay. Something that ties the players to the bad parts of the world. I mean, in a way that holds, like, connects them emotionally.
So what are you saying?
Okay, god damn it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm joking. So what do you mean exactly when you say that? Just for the viewers who are uninformed.
I mean, okay, so... let me think. Well, in any kind of school thing, right, they don't really focus heavily on the classes or the things like that. If they do, it's once, because it can be repetitive or boring.
Kind of boring, yeah.
And we don't want that, so if we're going to focus on classes, we should do it once or twice, or have something else attached to the classes, like something else that is deeper or underlying that the players will be able to know and perceive and interact with. So, like, if there's...
I had an idea. Listen. It's all coming together. It's all coming together.
Okay.
What if we do like a... We could almost do like a murder mystery in the first part. Because we could connect Terry to a teacher that's like a rat, like a mole. Because the teacher is like giving. God damn it, dude! This is all just my hero. It's all just my hero. Ugh.
It's okay.
Well, okay. Here's my thought process. Terry doesn't like City Pop. Terry goes to the school, tries to get teachers to work with him. He gets a couple, maybe one, maybe more. And then the first part of the story is the kids noticing the teacher being funky, and maybe everything that goes down with that could be interesting for a bit. And then after that, it could be like, okay, we got to figure out what's going on with this Terry guy. And so they look into Terry, and then Terry's got all these goons that he's sending after them, I'm sure. And then eventually we could start building up the Kino thing with that, and that could end up being like the ultimate end marker. I don't know.
Okay.
But I also think it's very similar to My Hero in the way that I Cannot Stop Sparkling was the mole. I don't know his name. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
Because he was also... Because, again, I think... I mean, that would be the most likely thing, I feel like. Way to take the story. Would be, obviously... Like, and again, if that is the case, then I think we need to have City Pop be very closely tied to the school. Because why else would Terry target the school specifically, right?
Yeah.
So I think if we're going that way, then City Pop needs to have a big role in the school. I don't really care what it is. He's just, obviously he cares about the school a lot, one reason or the other. And Terry is taking advantage of that. Am I crazy? Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense. I'm just trying to think. So what do we want to stick with, though? What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm fixing my curtain. It keeps getting stuck. I've unclipped like 4 of these fucking prongs now.
Have you clipped any of them back?
No, I gotta do that after the stream.
Well, that would probably be why it's... never mind.
Okay, I don't need your sass, okay? So what do you think? What do you think?
What do you mean, what do I think?
Okay, so I know for certain that I would like this arc with Kino to happen. We thought the best way for that to happen was for an outside influence to affect him, right? And that's where Terry came in. Because Terry's like this bad guy. Now, I think the question is, how much importance do we want Terry to have? Is he the biggest bad guy, or is he just a bad guy? Is he just like an old dude in an alleyway who's like being evil? I don't know. But I think it would make sense for him to be like a pretty gnarly dude, you know? Because like who else is gonna do that to a kid? So I think it makes sense for him to be a pretty big bad guy. Maybe even City Pop's like rival, if you want to call him that. And then I think... So like I know for certain this Kino arc is gonna happen. I know Terry is gonna be in the story. I know Terry is a big bad guy who is probably not fond of City Pop. City Pop's probably not fond of him. So I know that for certain. But as far as connecting those things to the school, I think is what we need to figure out.
Okay, do you want to do like the brain thing that I showed you?
The brain thing.
Yeah, with creating ideas. I forget what it's called.
Well, we've got ideas, like, for issues.
Okay, well, I know, but I'm talking about relating to the school specifically. Not just as a society. We were figuring out the world with that one. If you want to, we can tie it with the topics we have written, but... Hello?
Eh?
Oh my god. Are you here with me right now? Are you with me?
I'm confused. You're talking about making new bubbles for problems about the world, but we've already got bubbles.
No, Cody. I'm talking about making new bubbles for school, because school is different than the world.
But didn't we write down issues with the schools already?
No.
Thought we did.
No.
I mean, I could just look up things about that.
No. We can do this. Come on.
I'm
What are
like,
you
it's too
looking
late.
up right
I'm
now?
looking it up. Student
Cody?
mental health concerns. Wait, these.
That's basically what we're doing. Okay. Come on. We can think about this. What are we gonna do? You're driving me crazy. Do you know that? You're driving me crazy.
Maybe it's okay. How about people are hiding the real problems of society in school, and that's just where they're on display more.
Okay, but what does that have to do? Like, what problem specifically?
Well, again, if we're connecting this to Kino, because he's going to be
Did you look that up on ChatGPT, by the way?
I did not ask ChatGPT. I Googled it for your information. So a real human wrote it. But regardless, it still fits. The main issues with Kino is that he never... I mean, what is the overall issue with Kino? Was it bad parents? Was it that he didn't have enough opportunity, or was it...
We wrote it down. We wrote it down. Do you remember that? You remember that? Please tell me you remember that.
I mean, I got some things down, but I didn't...
What do you mean?
Start out upbeat and optimistic. Give family the opportunity to get out of financial. Something takes the opportunity away. That's all we wrote.
Yeah, it was that he had a scholarship and that he's got a lot of pressure on him.
But how does that connect back to society?
Well, if he's gonna... What do you... Okay, Cody, the pressure thing alone was part of what we were talking about.
I know, but what...
Why does it need to... Okay.
What pressure is Kino going through?
Yell at me.
What pressure is going through? What is happening? What is the issue that this society has, and why is it on full blast in the school for everyone to see?
Why can't you work with me to create, like... You know what? How about you do this on your own? I think I'm gonna leave.
No.
I think I'm gonna leave.
No.
No?
I'm confused. What do you want to work on? What is it that you're trying to do?
We need to work on what... Okay, restart. Why... Okay. What is going to be driving the plot forward? Period.
I think the plot... Okay, I think the overarching thing that I want them to take away from this campaign, the story, I guess.
That's not the... Okay, that's... It's not the moral message. That's up to the players.
I mean, that's kind of what drives us. Like, that's what a story is. Like, story is the plot.
We've got to be able to give them a story that they can push through themselves. It's not about us. We need to be able to give them autonomy. You're doing that thing again.
Sorry, I should just go write a book. You're right. Campaign's canceled.
Shut up.
You're right, but at the same time, I also don't know what it would be then. Because then I think it would just be that they're going to school. Like, I don't know what... Because the thing is, it's all outside forces that's affecting the players. I don't know what... Because, I mean, if we're focusing on the players that much, then I literally... Like, we can't really plan anything outside of the areas, the history, and... Like that, I mean, I feel like that's about it. Because then it's just playing the game and figuring out what they're doing and going from there.
Okay, well, that's kind of what we're going to be doing, but right now I just need to figure out why... Okay. For us, we just need to figure out... Sorry, this is pissing me off. Okay. You got me scrambled, man. Oh my
Well,
god.
I think it's a good point to bring up because that wasn't something we considered last time. And I want to give them more autonomy and more room to grow as characters, but I also have only ever made campaigns where I kind of take away autonomy on accident. So I'm not.
No, I mean, with the Mystical Isles, we didn't really.
I mean, we kind of did a little bit.
When?
Well, like when I had you kidnapped, you guys had to go to the.
Well, that wasn't on purpose, and outside of that,
Ow. What's going on?
oh my god. Okay. Whew.
Don't
Okay.
act, don't act like it's so difficult to figure out what's going on.
Okay, well, I feel like we keep losing each other.
Well, I am a little lost right now because I'm not quite sure how to go about this. Because I don't know how to drive a story forward, but also not have that affect the characters, if that makes sense. Like to such a degree where they have to go do it or something, you know? I don't know if that makes
Well, I mean,
sense.
there's gonna be a little bit of railroading, but right now we're not. We've got to be able to figure out what we're going to give the players. Okay? So what is going to be the problem that like envelops the world we're in that will be changed or whatever based on what they do. We don't need to think about it that complex. We can simplify it for ourselves.
So what is going to affect them?
Yeah, what is going to affect them?
I mean, I think they would be pretty affected if one of their students started.
That is going to happen way later on.
Okay, you're right. You are correct. I mean, I think okay. I mean, if you want, we can do like because I was thinking of like the entrance exam kind of thing at first,
Yeah, okay, that's one.
or like the introduction exam if that makes sense. Like it's like, hey guys, like congrats, you're in this school. We're gonna go ahead and start with the grading test. We're gonna see where everyone ranks in the school, and then like I was thinking it might be fun to have like the teachers fight them or like it be like some kind of puzzle or challenge or something where it's like, all right, these guys have to like do this thing, and then depending on how well they do it, their grade will come out. Like, okay, you're grade 1, grade 1, grade 1, grade 0, grade 2. Like that kind of thing. I don't know. Also, a grade 0 is just a person. Like a normal civilian.
That would mean they failed.
It would
mean, nice try. Next time, kid.
Yeah. That would really suck.
We can pull off like a Deku move and have them like, you know,
Last
hero
minute.
points.
Hero points. You got 60 hero points. I don't know. I thought it might be fun to like. I don't know if I want to do that though. I think I did that too much in the first campaign, or my second campaign, I mean.
What?
I thought it would be cool for it to be like 4 or 5 different classrooms of kids. Like, they have to like go up against City Pop. Like I said, I want to connect City Pop to the school, so I think it'd be interesting to like.
Why would they go up again? What do you mean?
Well, I'm not saying it's gonna be like a bloodbath. Like he's just gonna start killing all these kids.
I know. I'm confused. What are you connecting it to?
So in Naruto,
Oh.
there was a little thing that Kakashi did with his 3 pupils, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, where he was like, "Hey, all you got to do is grab this bell off my belt, and like I will consider you guys ready for like to go on missions with me." So I think something like that, where it's like not necessarily where you have to beat City Pop, but
Well, that would be getting your license.
well, like right. But I think Well, yeah, I guess you're right, because this is more of like just a grade to see where everyone sits, less than like a qualification. You're right. I'm gonna make a new little note here. This is the intro exams. A large, I don't know. Alright, so there's the intro exams, which is a large stadium that's been created in order to show off the School of Ours best and brightest, and their talents going into becoming heroes. As far as what they do, I don't know, but they're doing something.
You talking about the heroes or what?
No, I'm talking about the intro exams. I don't know what exactly they're gonna. I think it would be interesting. Like that'll be like a conflict for them to deal with at first, because like I guess in general, like My Hero did it, JJK did it. They do like tournaments and they do like events a lot of the time. And that's kind of what keeps the school interesting. Like the first bit of My Hero is like Aizawa.
Clubs can be our main thing.
Yeah, we can branch off into something like that, and yeah, I mean that could be.
Maybe they stumble into something. Hello?
Yeah.
Your
I'm thinking.
Neurons firing right now.
Yeah. My brain's really churning right now. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best to.
It's okay. Are you having a hard day?
Yeah, I was doing so good too before we started stream.
Okay. We could have it so that way the kids discover something.
Like during one of their club things?
Yeah, or not. Maybe not even a club, but like. I mean, it can be. But we'd have to make that like. Would that be separate from the school? Or would it just be a part of their class? Maybe they discover something in their class. Depending on what they do, they might discover something.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Are you with me?
I'm just thinking. Okay, hold on. Before we move on, what are they doing in the entrance exams?
Well, why do we need to?
Well, yes, it'll make me feel good.
Oh my god, what's on the list that we need to do?
The first thing that you said was making a map for safety and hangout spots.
Okay, well I can do that. Oh yeah, like wealth.
Like Will?
Wealth. WEALTH.
What does that have to do with hangout spots?
Oh my god.
What are you talking about? Why are you crazy? You're
Oh
being
my
crazy.
god.
You're
Oh
fucking
my
crazy.
god.
Talking about
Because
hangout spots.
wealth has to do with the safety of the place. Like, cause where heroes are, it's gonna be more expensive to live near heroes.
That's right.
You're making my brain hurt. You know that?
My brain is really like I'm trying my hardest right now. I promise.
You're making me confused. I'm sorry.
Okay, so okay. Well, I don't. What is there to figure out then? I mean, there's just areas that are safer to be in. Like I would assume, like the middle of the
This is
city.
something we do outside of like, you know, it's just something we give the group so we can work off of, like places. What are some key places?
So like, okay, we know the school's safe. Like for certain, the school is safe. I would say like probably the middle of the city is pretty dang safe. I think it. I mean, I don't know. Attack on Titan. Like I just feel like generally the further outside of the city you go, the more dangerous it is.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, there's not necessarily divided by walls, but like there's a big difference in safety the further out you go.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Right now I need to think of places though, like specific, like malls or shit like that that will be important to the plot. Like
Cafe Des Mon.
You know, in Borrasca, there's that treehouse.
Yeah.
Or there is the school or the funeral home.
Okay. We could do like a mall then. Mall of I don't know.
I know there's Cafe Des Mon, but I mean other places as well. And if any of them are important to the story. Like, is there corruption?
Probably.
Do we want to focus on that at all?
I mean, we can. Let me do this really quick. So let's get a mall just for an idea. I guess the name doesn't matter a whole lot. I don't know. Funky Mall. Frog. What? Wait. Mall. A decent sized mall that sits in the middle rim of the city of Solciden. It's a popular hangout spot for the youth and is visited by, I don't know, hundreds.
Okay.
Daily. So like, I don't know, is that kind of like okay?
Yeah.
Do they sell anything in particular?
Do they? I mean, that's kind of
funky merch.
Oh my god.
Is in trend right now. Due to City Pop endorsing them. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. I'm just going on a whole other tangent with this. Funky merch is in trend right now due to City Pop endorsing their clothes in a recent ad.
I mean, it can be funny, but okay. So Terry, right? Where are his connections and stuff like that? How is he tied to the story in any way, you know?
Right.
Is it
Uh,
corruption that gets him here, or what?
that's a great question. So I would say, let me think. Let me think.
What did he do before that he can't do now too? If he is gonna be, you know.
If we're accounting it to old age, then we could just chalk it up to like his power is weakening, like that kind of thing. Or not, I wouldn't even say like his power, but maybe his reputation, like his you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but then how does he hold any influence over the story? Or like not the story, but the place still? Why is he important in any way? And when would City Pop have stopped fighting him? Because that thing would take time. Sorry, I was running out of breath.
Well,
The last sentence.
I don't know. I'm thinking. Don't rush me. Don't rush me. I'm thinking.
Okay.
Because here's my thought process. If he has got enough connections and he's having a lot of influence, he's obviously talking to very big people as far as like economically, I feel like. So like the only way to really be in that center of the city where it's really safe is to have connections to those more rich folk that live there. So like I don't know, like CEOs of companies and shit, I imagine.
Would City Pop be aware of this?
No. So I think this is
He
definitely
wouldn't
one of
be
the.
aware of the people he's protecting.
Well, I mean,
I'm just
like,
asking. It's
you
okay.
like again, you don't know if your boss is getting like paid off or something, right? To like sell your information to somebody, right? Like you don't know that. They shouldn't,
yeah,
but I
but
mean, they might
okay.
be.
You might notice patterns though about like who's living where you're staying. You know. Okay. Why would they need to be pay off? I'm confused. So you were saying they need. Can you repeat yourself?
So okay, I'm very flexible on this, but I was basically thinking like Terry is giving these people something they want. He can give them something they don't currently have, even though they've got a lot of money. So I was thinking like big CEO guy lives in the middle of the city where it's safest. He's gonna tell Terry all the stuff about City Pop. He knows that City Pop walks around this corner at this time. But
what is Terry's motivations too?
right, and
We didn't
again,
even figure that out. He's just a threat. So
yeah.
what is Terry's morals? Like, what does he think he's fighting for, or what do you think? Why does he do what he does? Is it just because it's fun? And if it is fun, what is he doing that's so fun? Is it manipulating people, or is it wreaking havoc?
I mean, because he was based off of the song, right? I mean, if you want to equate it to like he's trying to make like the perfect doll or something, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of lame.
Did you?
What if he's kind of nuts and he hates people, so he's trying to make a world where it's only him and his dolls or something like that. I don't know. Like maybe he's like a control freak.
I had an idea. I just remembered it. Sorry. Remember that thing we were talking about in the car, like edgy backstory shit?
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. So with Terry, he was we could say like he animated his parents if they died or something like that.
Yeah.
And he could be upset that, rich people are. Oh, I have a train of thought that's working. It's chugging.
Yeah.
Okay,
Keep going. I'm listening.
Okay. So what if, he's left in an impoverished place or somewhere where it's not super safe because, safety is dependent on wealth because you need to be able to afford to live where it's safe, right? And
Yeah.
there's heroes there for a reason. So it could just be like there's not super big threats where it's not when you don't have the money for it, it's not like there's super big threats, but they are substantial enough to not want to live there.
Yeah.
So um what if s- like what if he blames people for his parents dying, like heroes, or like the system, shit like that, where it's corrupt in the way that you have to make money to be able to live, basically. You can't.
Right. You got to do the dirty shit to make money.
Yeah, and it's not fair for people who are like. It's not fair to be put in a position that you can't get out of, and then be more likely to die because of it. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so like Terry, if Terry had lived in a safer place, his parents could have lived. He could have lived a normal life, right?
Yeah.
But because his parents did not make as much money, they had to live in a more dangerous area, which caused them to die and caused him to have to turn to like darker ways to make money, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And I was thinking too that I don't know. Do we want to tie in the way he makes? Okay, so what does he do with what does he do that's so evil, by the way, as a villain?
Well, I think the really freaky thing that he does is
Sorry.
I think he's bringing people in a way back from the dead, which I think mentally is kind of a lot, because if that is a loved one or if that is somebody you really care about, obviously you would pay anything to see them get up and start moving and talking to you again. I think, again, if we're kind of keeping his power in the dark, those people he's paying and stuff don't have to know that they're not really alive, but I don't know.
So my train of thought, where I was going with that. Sorry. I think it would be cool. His whole thing is like manipulating dead bodies, right? So I feel
Right.
like, if we stick with the theme of manipulation, I feel like
Right.
it would be interesting if his end goal was a domino effect. Like with people that lived in rich places, right? Maybe politicians or shit like that. Being able to worm his way into a circle like that,
Mm-hmm.
and then like take it down from the inside, and
Yeah.
you know.
Destroy the social hierarchy from inside out.
Yeah, and he might be getting too old to see his plan. He may be like working, like worming his way around, and he might be doing it like the shit he gets caught for that he's notorious for. Or what if he's not?
What if
Like
there
a
was a
myth.
teacher that was like a doll?
Oh my god, the little breathing thing on my mic just scared the shit out of me.
What
Sorry.
if he like that would be really interesting, because like in that way we could kind of have him pop up like all over the place, because he could like have dolls everywhere, and people
Yeah.
just don't realize it. So like he could be like a teacher, he could be like a government official, a police officer or something,
He could put laws in place.
Right, like he could be like pretty high up, and so that way people don't realize how far that corruption really goes.
What if he put people in a position to be weak, and then like when he sets off a kid like Aquino, shit goes south really fast, basically. Does that make any sense? What if he like sets up laws in place that you don't realize it at first until it happens, and then you're kind of fucked when shit goes south?
That would be. Sorry, I was just thinking. I think it's a good idea, but I was thinking, like, what if he made laws on poor people even worse, so that he could make Kino hate the rich people even more? But then I was like, well, if he can just do that, then why wouldn't he just make it better for everybody? Like, it seems kind of silly.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, that's what I'm saying, is that it would get people like eat the rich, but I want it to be a bad thing, because I kind of don't like rich people myself, so.
Yeah, like kill everybody sort of mindset, like fuck
Yeah,
them.
but I mean, like everyone, like almost in a way that everyone enables it, so everyone deserves it.
Right, I get what you're saying. Like that, and again, that's why I thought Kino would be an interesting character, because it's like he's kind of the opposite. He's in the same situation as Terry, but he has a different mindset on it, like maybe a more positive mindset. But Terry is the one that is like gonna try and bring him to how he thought about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And kind of like almost creating another Terry.
But I think Akino should be the thing that is like the bomb that.
Right, like that thing that really sets everything off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely get that. Like, yeah, I really like that. So like, yeah, I like it. Like, I think I don't know how I want to go about doing that, but like, I do like the idea where like Terry is like strategically placed himself or his dolls like all over the place, and he's slowly like things are slowly moving in progress. And I think from time to time people do like catch on to it. Do you think people would know that he's doing that?
I mean, that might be why he's like a hidden figure that like everyone's worried about. Like that. I mean, I guess CD Pop might be looking into. Like, he could be something that people, they figure out they're dolls, that they're dead. Which
Yeah, is it like the boogeyman like kind of thing?
Yeah, I would think so. Or we could do it so that way we could either do it like that, or that there's a time limit for when his dolls start to decay. They might decay slower, but
I think it would be interesting if like he can make these dolls like really, really good to the point where like they're almost indistinguishable from people. But like I do want there to be like one thing that kind of gives it away. Like I don't know, like he hides all like the stitches and scars and shit under clothes. Like they still bleed. I don't know, like I don't know how you would like how they would be able to tell.
Oh. And we want it for sure to be like dead people, right?
Yeah, because I think personally, just my thing.
What I got an idea. Okay, let me say it.
All right.
What if he's spacing out. Oh my god, I had it. What if he's shit. I was just gonna, god damn it, you can speak.
Okay. I was gonna say personally, and you can cut me off if you remember it, but I think it's interesting that he has almost the exact opposite power to City Pop. It's like the perfect counter. So I really like the idea that it's dead people. So Betty Puppets.
Okay, what if it's dolls, but it's coming back? What if it's dolls, but it's the people that he replaces, like that he can get voices for and shit like that, need to stay alive or something like that, or kind of like a doppelganger. Do you know how that thing works?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like that. We don't need to. That's just the thought. They basically like keep people alive and like they kind of slowly die off because they don't really take care of them.
Like what? Like Starlight and the boys, like that sort of thing.
Yeah, kind of like that.
I don't know. I think
you like the dead body more?
I really like, because I think that makes him so creepy and gross and like very manipulative, because it's like I just really like the idea where it could be like a loved one. It could be like they could like have to kill somebody that they really didn't want to, and then he could just bring them back like the next session, right? And I think that, I don't know, I'm rubbing my hands together like a fly, because I
would they be able to
leaves a lot of good opportunities. No, I think they would pretty much just be like zombies. Or not like zombies, but like, I think that honestly, if you wanna point out like the thing that proves that they aren't, what they are, is like be like, okay, show me your powers, and then they're just like, maybe another time. Yeah, I can show you them a different time, and then, you know, obviously if you keep pushing and
What
pushing,
would be even cooler than that is if when that happens, he has like other puppets on standby to cause a distraction.
Well, I was thinking it would be kind of cool. I don't know if this is even a good idea, but like Attack on Titan, like have him bury like hundreds of these dolls in the ground, and then like when everything starts going to shit, have him like bust out, sort of deal.
Yeah.
So like,
maybe that's maybe that's what he's notorious for, but that's not necessarily what well, he could be notorious for a few things.
well, I thought it would be interesting because like I was thinking, what if like kids were outside playing baseball or something, like all American kids do, and they like trip over a nose or something, and then like they dig it up, and it's like there's just like this dead body in the ground, and then they start digging around that, and there's just like tens and hundreds of these bodies just littered across the school, and like I think like stuff like that would be pretty creepy. Be like you're in class and you're hearing kids talk about how they found like 100 dead bodies outside, like all in uniform, single file line, like just in the ground, and it's all a bunch of missing people.
Yeah.
Like I think that would be pretty interesting. Like that's kind of where I was thinking of it. Because the way I was looking at it is like he can't use their powers,
well,
but
how would I think he would need to be more discreet, like in the woods or something.
yeah, it doesn't have to be that exactly. I was just saying, like, I think something like that would be cool.
It is. I like it.
But I think it doesn't have to be like he can't use their powers, like the dead people's powers, but I think just the sheer number of dolls he can control at once is where he really becomes dangerous. Because obviously, if he can control like 100 dolls at once and can effectively pull off that they are like real people, I think that in itself is pretty creepy. It's kind of like The Thing, you know, where it's like nobody knows like who's really it.
What if they can be dead or alive? I think he prefers them dead because they're harder to take care of alive, but I mean,
why would you argue? Like, what is your argument for them being alive?
I forgot it. I had one. I need water.
Okay, let's come up with a couple more areas in Solsidon. Is it Sol? How do you want to say it? Solsidon or Solsidon?
Solsidon. I think, I don't know. Because what keeps the bodies together? You know.
Well, I think like
why would they not just decay?
Right, and I think again that is what is interesting, because if you preserve the body properly, like at a funeral, you can get them to last a while. They still decay, but you can get them to last a good bit. And like even if he has the dolls like go home every night and like put on more makeup and perfume or something like that, like I don't know, I think that would be interesting. I think it's just more reasons to like figure it out, you know.
So it says it preserves a body for at least a week.
Okay. I mean, if you want to come at it that angle, would you want him to be able to use people's powers, or do you think that's too overpowered?
Are you talking about from what angle?
So like if they decay very quickly so that he can't use the body for very long, would you rather it be okay, here's basically what I'm asking. Would you rather him not be able to use their power and that they look fine for longer, or would you rather him I don't know what I just said. You know what I'm trying to say.
Wouldn't it be cool though if they were still alive?
I don't know.
You could kill them in the process, but like I'm just saying.
It could be kind of cool. Could be. Because I'm thinking like a teacher is like just talking normally, and all of a sudden he writes like on the chalkboard. He just says "help me."
Yeah, like that.
And then I don't know, like his neck like twists around or something. That'd be so like that's like just PTSD for all the kids in that class. Like their teacher
Yeah.
just snapped his neck instantly. Okay, I think it's fine. I think I think it's easy. I think it's like you said. I think he just prefers to use dead bodies, but I don't think he necessarily has to.
Or maybe he prefers to use living bodies, but he just doesn't. He's not really good at taking care of a lot of people at the same time, so they end up starving, or...
Yeah, I think that's good.
Because I think he would prefer to, you know, not have his, like, dolls decay, but...
Yeah. I think it's pretty good. Do you want to come up with another area in Solciden?
So we've got them all?
So we got Cafe de Mon and Funky Mall.
There should be, like, a building for, like, clubs, like an you know that one room you used to hang out with your friends in?
Like a movie room?
Yeah, like a movie room for clubs.
Oh, well, I mean, like, if we do, like, the weeaboo in me is coming out. Like, I don't know, it could just be, like, an empty classroom or something, like, or a closet. It doesn't have to be, like, a whole ass building.
Yeah, but I mean, it's college, so...
I mean, we could just say a classroom. It doesn't have to be, like, a... Like, it could be, like, a basement classroom or something if you want.
That would be cool.
It doesn't have to be a building.
We could do a basement club. Okay, it depends on what they're interested in. We'll base the club around the room. So if it's like, you know, if they want to join if they're not attached to any clubs, but we introduced that one, what's it called? The secret?
The super secret club?
Yeah.
Which isn't very secretive.
We could base it in like a basement or something like that. Or... Oh, I love that. I don't think any of them are ever going to join the super secret club, but like having that, I don't know, I think it's a cute detail.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's fine. It just depends on where, you know, let's just copy Nerdy Prudes Must Die. I think. Let's have like a jock be really mean and then come back from the dead and haunt them or something. I don't know.
Nerdy. I'm not saying that in your stream. Got it just in my head.
Do you want any holidays, events, anything like that?
I'm thinking. Yeah. Sorry. We can have it based around the... What do you call it? Whatchamacallit? Sorry, I gotta use the bathroom. What are they called? The affinities.
Day of Af. Day of F-off. F-off. Day of Arcanius. Arkansas. Day of Arcane. Man, my spelling is out of the wazoo today. A holiday within the country where the people celebrate their affinities and how far they have grown over the... Yeah, it's kind of like a New Year's party, I could say, like over the year. And how they've done... job-wise as well. Many people see this day as a day to either quit their jobs or Hey, I got a stupid idea. This probably, I don't know if this sounds really good. So I said the Day of Arcane, it's a holiday within the country where people celebrate their affinities and how far they have come over the year and how they've done job-wise as well. Many people see this day as a day to either quit their jobs or start asking for promotions.
Yeah.
I was kind of looking at it like a New Year's sort of deal.
Okay.
So people kind of like review their growth over the year.
What about I like it. I'm trying to think. I can't think. I might be hungry.
Yeah, we might be hungry. It's been over an hour. We've been getting stuff figured out, so there's so much stuff connected to Solstice now. Terry Hyde, City Pop, Nish Night. And then I got Cafe de Mon, Funky Mall, Day Arcade. I got a bunch of stuff connected to this now. I gotta connect the School of Aro to this, honestly.
You're gonna say my attention span is like literally in the ground. I have a memorial for it because it is dead.
I wish I could spell sometimes, Kindle.
What are you trying to spell?
Just everything. I've just misspelled like 400 different things. It's good though. I got it. Ah, finally, I got it all connected. It's nice. Are these dots starting to look any bigger or not? I gotta figure out how to do that. I'm sure there's a way. I just don't know how.
You were gonna give up and make me go figure out how to start that shit up. You were damn well capable of doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like a New Year's. I like the Pride idea though. Having something like
Yeah, people kind of like go back on it, and
it could be like there could be a month of that. Kind of like in real life Pride, you know.
mhm. I just fucked everything, Kindle.
Why?
Don't worry. Fine, I just gotta go back and fix it. Nope. There we go. All right. Oh, and last but not least, all right, got that back up. Almost did it again. I was about to tweak. Sick. Alright. Arrows. Okay. I got everything here. Looking pretty good.
What do you got?
I just got my stuff everywhere. It looks nice. It's nice and organized. We still got to figure out what to do. I honestly, I might just want to toss the whole broken thing.
Okay.
You know how we were talking about like the broken and how like the affinities like break or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sounded like just a normal mental breakdown with fancy wording.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna toss it. I feel like it's not. I don't know. Here we go. Where is this one from? Delete. Oh, delete. Why is this still? What? Oh, because it's still connected to. I see.
What?
It wasn't deleting for whatever reason. I just had to go in and take it out of a couple different texts where it was in there. I have no idea what else it's connected to, though. It is connected to the laws of affinities. Yep, just delete it. I'm not keeping it in here anymore. There we go. Now it's gone.
Any plot holes you see?
What, so far?
Yeah.
No, the only plot holes really is that I don't have any grade 3 people or recruits or cleaning up crew.
Okay, well, let's figure out what that does.
I mean, grade 3's fine, recruits are fine, cleaning up crew's fine. Just, you know, I just haven't made any characters to associate them with yet, is the thing. So that's that. Like, I've got some grade 2. I got a grade 2. I got one grade 1. I've got 2 grade 4s. So, I don't know. I think it's fine. You also asked why heroes are needed. But I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think we figured out, like... This is just for... like the D&D group.
Yeah, like for the session 0.
Yeah.
But I also think it's good just to have them figured out on our end too, so. So, I don't know. I think we got a good chunk done. We got 2 new places. We got a holiday. We got, I think, a better understanding of Terry and City Pop and in general.
Yep.
I think City Pop lives a pretty lavish lifestyle, so I could see why Terry wouldn't like him. I mean, he's the best hero, so he probably gets paid like a shit ton.
Do you want to come up with some... I mean, next time we can come up with, like a few other main heroes.
Yeah, because I got a hero. I got Nish Knight. I'm sure I could put Hyper Ray in here, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, you know what? While we're here, let me throw in this person. I'm going to put Turbo here. Because I was talking to Turbo in my last stream. I'll make them a grade 2. Grade 2 hero.
Didn't they want to be a ranger?
Yeah, they wanted to be a ranger. Hero.
The worst class.
Very. Knowledgeable. Your mom's calling me. I'm sure she's gonna call you here in a second.
It's because we gotta leave soon. Also, I might want to take a shower. Feel kind of gross.
What can Rangers do besides just shoot stuff? Like, I'm trying to think of a power for Turbo, basically, is what I'm saying.
I mean, you could do, like, anything long-ranged.
Oh. Well, I figured we could, associate it with their name. Ugh. It's Turbo, who is a car person. So how do you associate that with range? Do you want like little RC car bombs? You can at will create, I don't know, homing arrows. They can create homing arrows at will. What do you think?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean... Or they're really good at building stuff.
Yeah, but then it wouldn't really be like a ranger, would it?
Well, I mean, they can build things that shoot far, or, you know...
That's a good idea, actually. Actually, really like that.
Thank God.
Okay. Just throw another hero into the mix. We got Turbo, Nish Knight, City Pop. I think I like City Pop.
Really?
Yeah, I find myself saying City Pop a lot more.
It's up to you.
I think City Pop. I feel like it just rolls off the tongue a little easier. Personally.
Okay.
Okay.
It's up to you.
I like City Pop. We're going with City Pop. Makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. I think we'll call it here for today. Because I got other shite to do. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself in the Discord really quick. And then I'm going to wrap up stream. Let your mother know. I'm going to call her here in a second. Okay. So, I know no one's watching, but thank you guys so much for coming and checking it out. Man, I really got to work on my video. I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, man, I haven't worked on my video in ages. I'm just not thinking about that. We've been working on D&D a lot, so that's been our main focus recently is the campaign. But I will start uploading. I swear, I promise. I'm not crazy. And I might. Still don't know if I'm going to do this. I might stream this campaign. So if you guys are interested in that, stay tuned. Because I think it's going to be pretty cool. I think people are going to like it. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I don't even know what I'm going to do after this campaign. It's going to be pretty crazy. But we got 4 players. We got 4 different people coming to join us. I got the group chat ready. And we're going to do session 0. And then we'll see about maybe doing our first session recording. Maybe. I don't know if I want to record it or... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. Because we'll see. So, if you guys want to see what we talk about here in practice, I guess keep an eye out and see what I say for the next month or two, and see if that is something we actually are going to look into doing. So, I appreciate you guys so much for coming and watching. But I will see you all in the next one. Thank you very much, and goodbye.